First look at the top stories breaking today. We start with the millions of Southern California residents on alert as the powerful winds are returning. Of course, they bring the serious threat for new fire growth. I want to go back to our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman in Mandeville Canyon. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. So concerned are authorities about this wind event today that they have these 15,000 firefighters poised in Southern California. You can see trucks behind me like these. They are tucked in at almost every block. But there's something that we noticed driving up here that kind of boggles the mind. Check out the roof of that house. Authorities taking no chances, plastering entire neighborhoods with that pink Phos-Chek. This is the driveway, also completely pink. Mailbox as well. That, as we've already seen, a new ignition, a fire starting about 30 miles away from us in Ventura County.
Overnight, firefighters racing to battle the first fire stoked by this latest wind event in Southern California, this time in Ventura County.
The wind is blowing this fire right along the riverbed.
It's called the Auto Fire, and dozens of firefighters rushing to the scene. Our station, KABC, right there.
That entire riverbed is now engulfed in flames.
This is more than 12 million people in the crosshairs of yet another ferocious wind event in Southern California, a week after the Eaton and Palisades fires killed at least 24 people. And firefighters working feverishly to prevent another disaster. Hand crews working through the night, lit by headlamps, hacking through the brush. And we were with them on the front lines.
Down below, there are hundreds of firefighters who've carved this fire break through this canyon, down to the other side, all the way up there.
Officials pleading with Californians to have a plan in place.
If you don't have a wildfire evacuation plan for your family and your home, please make one today.
Power companies already shutting off electricity to thousands as a precaution.
Oh my God.
Power lines at the core of the investigation into the Eaton fire, as SoCal Edison now faces 4 lawsuits in connection to the fire.
We have an approximately 10-acre brush fire across canyon underneath high-tension power lines.
SoCal Edison telling ABC News they've seen no indication their equipment started the fire, but they're aware of pictures and videos showing what appears to be a fire at the base of this electrical transmission tower. And they're investigating. Monday evening, ATF investigators blocking off a rural area of Pacific Palisades. Officials saying they're searching for the cause of the fire.
Officials tell me from the ATF that it could be a couple of months before they finish that report. One thing that authorities across Southern California are pleading with people is not to silence those emergency alerts on their phones. There have been mistakes over the past couple of weeks, but they are pleading with people to keep them on because it can save lives. Robin.
It truly can, and we cannot say enough how much we truly appreciate your reporting, Matt. Thank you. We're going to bring back Ginger, who is tracking those powerful winds. Ginger?
Yes, Robin, and I want to emphasize to people, this is going to be a roller coaster of high winds and then lower winds and then high winds again. So watch this pretty carefully here, because this morning we will see those winds pick up in the area that you see highlighted from the San Gabriel, the western there to western Santa Monica Mountains, right through much of Ventura County, up along I-5 and the Grapevine. This is the extreme fire risk, meaning that the winds in these canyons especially could be in the 40 to 70 mile per hour range. It's not going to be a constant wind. This is a different event than last week. The wind direction is different. It's more east to northeast versus due north. So different areas would have the worst of the wind. But I also want to just point out, it is not just the PDS or the particularly dangerous situation red flag warnings on that northern half that go through tomorrow, by the way. It's also red flag warnings all the way down into the San Diego County mountains. So this goes to the Mexican border. But the worst of it starts again this morning. It's happening now. We'll see gusts like Fillmore and Santa Clarita 40. But remember, those observations are in the valley, or those forecasts for the valley. You get up into a canyon, you easily gust. You converge those winds, and you can make them even do little eddies or little spins. That makes fires really difficult to fight. That's Wednesday, 8 a.m. So even though tonight you'll have, oh, it's kind of calm out there, by tomorrow morning it picks back up. And then by Friday, not only do the winds go down into the single digits, so like 4 miles per hour, but we're going to invite more relative humidity. That makes a huge difference when they're fighting the fires too.